Let's start. We will sit back. I'm so happy to have Doug and Debbie too. Okay, so I do have a new mic, and it's loud. So if my voice sounds too loud, what a problem, huh? Turn it down a little bit. So I'd rather have that loud problem than not loud enough, for sure. Like Tona said, you can always control it. So flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. And then from here, we're going to sit cross-legged. I like to suggest, if you ever want, put a block underneath you. Just put a block underneath you, if that makes it easier. So you're going to reach up and over, side bending. Modified here, deeper, maybe your elbow comes down. So listen to your body as you work. And this is really a breathing asana. You can breathe into this long, open lung side of your body. And then we'll come up and we'll go the other way. So hand down, maybe elbow down, extending the arm. And breathe. Again, where is your arm exactly? Lengthen the spine. Breath in and exhale. Good. And coming out. Okay. So recross the legs, because I think it makes a difference, if that's comfortable for you. And then we'll take the hand. We're going to the first side. The hand is ideally on the side, like behind you, your neck, behind your neck. Exhale, either your elbow comes to knee or maybe your elbow comes down to the mat or to the floor and then up. It's moving the upper back. Exhale, come down, add a diagonal, and inhale, up. Exhale, down, and inhale, up. Should we do one more? 4. Okay, come down, and up, and then release. And the other side. You're going to reach up, have the hands behind the head. Deep breath in. Exhale, down. So it could be elbow to knee or elbow all the way down. And up. 3 more at your pace. And last one. That's really a nice one, isn't it? So then when we start out with hips, it starts out really easy, which is really nice. So your feet are wide as your mat, just as wide as the mat and not, too close in. So think windshield wiper, but from sitting upright. And you go side, side. You get your legs to touch down. Side, 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 side. Good. Okay. And then we take it onto our backs. Same thing. So you have windshield wiper on your back. Feet are wide. Arms could be, you could clasp hands under your head, or you could have your arms kind of like diamond shape, and your knees go side to side. It's very relaxing. It's okay to start with simple, right? So that it's very soothing to the nervous system. It's very relaxing. It's one of the safe twists. People are not supposed to twist like this is fine. It's just really moving your hip joints. Mm-hmm. And then from here, optional, if you have a block, take a block. We're taking the block under the low back. So let's say you're like all bummed because you don't have a block. What I would say is bring your legs up a wall or simply take your legs up in the air. It's very beneficial. But what we're doing is the block is up high. It's on your sacrum, but it's higher end of the sacrum, should feel comfortable. And you could take your arms up in the air. So basically, we're working with lymph. Your lymph is moving from your legs and your arms towards your heart center, okay? Might seem a little weird, but you're going to take your left hand to your right arm, and like you're painting, like you're applying a coat of paint. Your left hand is the paintbrush, and you're just going to paint and just bring all this action towards your heart, so you go shoulder and then towards your heart, and do different areas of your arm, just like that. You're applying a good amount of pressure up and then towards your heart. Oh, inside arm. Oh, to the inside arm and towards your heart. One more stroke, a different place in your arm, down, 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 and then towards your heart. Do the other side. Right hand on your left arm, and it's a firm pressure, and then towards your heart. Like you're just painting, putting on a coat of paint, and towards your heart. 4 areas of your arm. It's simple. And it's also distracting you from keeping your legs up for so long. Okay. And then you could probably also do your legs, both hands on your thighs, and you're just like applying that coat of paint, and it's like you're helping take everything towards your heart. Okay. Now, pull right knee to chest, left leg extending, and you're stretching your left hip flexor. Okay. This can be done without a block. With the block, I kind of like it because my left leg either is hovering above the floor or maybe it comes down, but I'm trying to keep left knee straight. So it's a deeper stretch, I think, to the hip flexor. Without a block, it's fine, but I think with a block, a little more intense. Take left knee to chest, right leg straightening, and see if you can really straighten the leg, flex the ankle of the straight leg, and see if you can have the heel touch down. You may not. If your hip flexors are tight, it's hard to do that. Maybe you can. The important thing is that I'm not bending my knee. It's not a contest to get there. It's about stretching hip flexor. And then release. Now, we'll release the block, remove it, bring your back down, and feel your new back. Take hold of your right foot. Half lotus. Left leg extending, whoa, good. You're getting right into the hip already, and you're going to make circles with your right foot. Just circles. Circling and circling. Reverse the circle. Should feel that in the outer hip. Good. And then lift your head and bring your head up towards your foot or to your foot. So and your eyes are open. You're looking past your extended leg. And release. Straighten the leg in the air. I know the tendencies want to reach for a strap. Just hold behind your knee. Flex, point, and circle the ankle. Should feel really good. Okay, lower the leg. We'll do the other side. Grab hold of your left foot, holding the foot, and then start to circle. Circle. Circling. And circle the opposite direction. And then lift your head. And as you lift, you're going to look past your right foot. Bend at the elbows. Use your biceps for the pulling action. And release. Rest your head down. And as best you can, just hold behind the knee. Straighten the leg. You may not, maybe you can't straighten all the way. That's fine. Point, flex, and then circle and circle and circle, and opposite direction. Circle and circle and circle. Good. Okay, and then lowering the leg. So from here, both knees are bent. Your hands are on your knees, and you're making these circles. Knees come together, knees go apart. Knees together, knees apart. And then reverse. Circling out, pushing in. Perfect. We're coming onto our side. So when you come onto your side, maybe you're propped up. Some people get really tired. The wrist gets tired, and you have to drop your head down. That's fine. And then we're going to start out with knees bent. And it's kind of easy, but it's very nice on the hip. You're just getting that full range of motion. And what you're doing also is steadying yourself, so you're not like rolling all over. You're steadying yourself with your core so you can make big circles, but not have to roll so much. And then reverse. Reverse the direction. Good. It's so cool on the screen. It's like psychedelic. Everybody's knee moving. Okay. Yep. Circling and circling. And then from here, you're going to straighten your lower leg. Some need a strap at this point, or maybe you can hold on to your big toe and stretch the leg up in the air. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it depends on you. So maybe this is where you're at. It's inner thigh. Maybe you can go further, your hand reaching from the inside foot and extending. It's a big, leap from one to the other. If you're using a strap, you don't go to that place where you hold the heel. Yeah. And that's as far as we'll take it. Breathing in. Exhale. And then one more. You're going to lower and grab hold of your foot so you have a quad stretch. Now, again, if your hand's getting tired, you can lower your head. You could try to bring heel towards buttock or see what is possible. The knee wants to come forward. Keep the thighs running parallel to each other. And one other idea is you could kick your leg back, adding kind of a bow, kicking the leg back and pressing your pelvis forward. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. And then release, and we'll take it the other direction. Mm-hmm. So I have a question for Mary Jo. Mary Jo, can you turn your audio on for a moment? And maybe.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I am. I was just having trouble finding, I had all these things over so I could blow you up and see you better.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, I was like, I hope she can hear. Okay, because this is right up your alley with all the hip work. Okay,
I can
beautiful.
see. I'm good.
Thank you. Okay, thanks. All righty. So as you're here, so we're going to keep the knees bent. Some of you are already the program. You're already circling. You're not going to wait for me. This is good. So circling and circling. And, you're getting a lot of range of motion. I don't know if you feel this the way I do. I know it's a stretch, but I also my glute fatigues, because it's you've got to abduct. So you're using your abductors. So it's like a stretch and strengthen. And then reverse the direction. Seriously, my glutes get tired and it's like I can feel the abductors working. Mm-hmm. As well as the stretch, the movement to the hip. Good. And then straighten your lower leg and take hold of your big toe or use a strap if that is better for you. And there you go. You get it's the inner thigh, but also hamstring, and breathe. Some of you can go the different hold, so your hand is on the inside ankle and around to the back ankle and extend that way. And breathe. Great. You're going to lower, and then once you lower, grab hold of your foot and grab the foot and take the heel towards buttock. And we're trying to have the thighs are running parallel, and and breathe. Wonderful stretch to the quads. You can also hold the foot and kick the leg back, arch your back, and breathe. You know, it just depends on, it's like dancer's pose, right? It's just like dancer's pose on your side. And then release. Now, we're coming onto our bellies, and it might be that you're going to be turned away from the screen, but I mean, it's okay. You know, we're coming to Sphinx. Or maybe you want to turn so you still can see the screen. So your feet don't have to be together. If you can bring them together, great. Elbows are just a drop down from the shoulder, palms facing down. Thighs grounded, pubic bone grounded. And you feel like your navel is lifting up off the mat. So it's not down, you're lifting up off the mat. Your neck is free. Look over to your right and look to your left. Do that again. Look to the right, and this time look at your back leg, if you can. And then go the other way, left, and look at your back legs. Maybe you see one leg, maybe both. And then looking forward. Good. Depending on you. For some, this is plenty, and some can straighten the arms. If that is compressing and not comfortable, don't go there. Breath in. Exhale. And lower. And then bring your forehead down onto your hands. From here, we have the spider hand, so fingertips pointing down, elbows pointing up, and the hands are alongside shoulders. 3 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You're going to lower all the way, your forehead down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And again, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Hands alongside chest. We're going to press all the way back to child's pose. Stretch out your back and breathe. So at this point, you may want to, if you had your back turned, be a place where you feel more comfortable. We're coming to downward facing dog. Just reposition yourself if you like. And the hands are spread wide on the mat. You could measure it out from plank and then press back, walk your feet in more. Tailbone up. Deep breath in and exhale. Pedal, bend one knee, press opposite heel down, back and forth, back and forth. This is considered an inversion, your head lower than your heart. Take your feet wide and bring your thumbs together. Feet wide, thumbs together, arms are kind of like hugging the sides of your head. Your heels maybe dropping down, and breathe. Now begin to walk your hands back. Walk back to your feet. As you walk back to your feet, hands to elbows, and take a moment here, stretching your back. Inhale and exhale. Breath in. Exhale. We're going to sweep the arms out to the sides, all the way up. Palms coming up. Reach. Interlace fingers. Press palms up. Look upward. And breathe. Good. And then lower. So 2 ways to do this next one. One, the simple way, the way that you're most familiar with, you clasp your hands behind your back. If you have a strap, and if you can make a loop with your strap, this is what we would be looking for. Okay? So it's about, you can kind of see, it's not that wide. It's not even as wide as my shoulders. It's going to be going behind my back in a moment. I'm just looking and seeing who's here. Hi, Mark. Hi, Annalise. Karen. Good. I didn't see everybody earlier. Shelley, Gio, Georgina, Badra. Oh, nice to see everybody. Okay. Did I? All right. So here we go. You have your hands behind you, right? Or you have the strap, or you're clasping. The nice thing with the strap, I'll come closer in, is that I can spread my hands. My palms are facing each other. And I can work differently. It's just a different way. You know by now, that's what we do a lot of in yoga. We do a pose that you know very well, But then we add a little something to it when we're looking at the pose differently from many angles, many perspectives. So look up, arch, breathe, feet pressing down, and then bend your knees a lot as you come down. Release, your eyes are open. Release your neck. Take your arms up into the air as far from the back as they will go. And it might surprise you that your arms really do move quite a bit, because, especially if you have the strap. And another inversion, right? Breath in, exhale. And you could probably, because the mic is right by my face, you could probably hear me breathing. Let that be inspiration rather than annoyance. I hope it's inspiring. Come on up and stretch. Good. Arching back and breathe. Okay. Let's release the strap. Is that Dawn? Dawn, I didn't see you go into your forward bend. Hi, Dawn. You could do it totally with your hands clasped. Yeah, there you go. So, if I suggest a strap, and if you don't have a strap, everything is doable without the props, right? Alrighty. So let's go wide. Have your heels turned in, toes turned out. Drop down, and this first part it's more yin, right? Like you're pushing your knees back and maybe even shifting side to side. And some really enjoy the deep stretching, others enjoy the stronger poses, and then some are sort of equanimous about both of them. See how you react. I definitely like both, but my heart sings when we do the stretches, and when we do the work, I have to sort of buckle down when I'm doing the strength poses. So we're buckling down. Heels in, toes turned out. Bend the knees, stay upright, sitting on your horse. Interlace fingers. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale audibly through the mouth. H-A sound. Stay low. Breath in. Exhale. So for the detox class, for this sort of class, you do want intensity. Intensity is not a bad word. We're going for intensity. Breath in. Exhale. Yep, one more. Push heels into the mat, and then step to the front of the mat. And once you're here, hands to heart center. Okay, I'm going to just adjust my camera a little more. Okay. These next movements, so anytime we have strength, again, that intensity without forcefulness. So from here, if you need to hang on to something, then you hang on to something, okay, for balance. Maybe you're okay without. So think forward, back, okay, without swinging your upper body. So forward, back. See if you can engage your core. Pelvic floor muscles engaged. When you go back, glutes engaged. You're not going quite as fast. It's not slow, but it's not like, super fast, because you're trying to keep your upper body still. Forward, back. Okay, release. Other side. Left leg. Forward, back. Work with your balance. Find a focal point ahead of you. Find something that is a really good target for your eyes. Forward and back. Should feel really good on the hip joints. Forward and back. Forward and back. Okay, then a diagonal. So, a diagonal. Okay, so over, diagonal. I'm facing you, but I've got the diagonal. And again, I'm trying to really engage my core as I go into the diagonal. Try not to move your upper body too much. Other side. Look at your feet. Your standing leg's foot isn't going to change. Pelvis is not going to change, but the pelvis facing forward, but the leg is going at a diagonal. You guys are doing great. These are really good for balance, just for overall balance. And you see how you have to engage your core for the movement, for the stability. Stability is really important right now, right? Okay, and then release. The last, it's not the last, there's two more things, but the last of those movements is the sagittal plane. Right, left, right, left. Swing, side, side. Now, try to keep, you're going high, but you're trying not to shift too much your upper body. Hands on pelvis might be helpful. Arms out to the side is fine. Good. Okay, other side. That's the cool thing about like squash, has you moving in all these different directions. So your hip joints have, this would be a really nice warm-up for, your squash game. Right, Annalise? Because that's the beauty of squash, like you're moving. I sometimes think, wow, if you didn't do yoga, when do you have these movements? When do you have I think, of course, squash, you have some of these movements. So from here, the last one we do, which works with the hip joints, which is like, I love these because they're available to everyone. Whether you're holding a chair or not, you can modify. You're going to just make circles, up, back, down. Try to keep, again, steady. Your foot does not touch down. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. Just the one direction, okay? And the other leg. Up, out to the side, down. And again, you can feel how your glutes have to help you. So in order to be open, we also need strength. That's what we learn from these movements. Beautiful. The balance looks really good, actually. Okay, happy hips. So we're going to come to a squat. You're as wide as the mat, like you're facing the front end of your mat. You can always modify. You could sit on a block, or you're dropping down. Okay? And if your heels don't touch down, you could tuck something, a blanket, a roll under your heels, if you like. Breath in. Exhale. It's October. Can you believe it? Left hand down, right arm up. Extend, extend, extend. Reach up. And lower. Hand down. Reach up, extend, extend, reach up. And down. Let's do that again. Lengthen, reach up. And down. And again, reach up. That really gets your upper back. Press on up. And we have Parsvottanasana, pyramid. It's an amazing pose. And as we work, some really like to have blocks. You don't have to, right? So, but I do want to say, if you have the blocks, 2 is great, 1, some like to do this at a wall. Let's see. So you're just at a wall. So you determine how to go, or nothing at all. I'm not going to use anything, okay? Right foot forward, left foot back. Just like that movement you were doing, you step forward. And you're on a double track. All right? The forward back. We're going to do a few of those movements. The forward back, the forward back. Some of these movements are squared. So hands could be at your heart, behind your back, or in Anjali Mudra, palms behind your back. Anjali is an offering, right? So you're going to look up and you lift your heart center, and what is it? You don't have to answer this with words. Maybe you answer with feelings. What is it that you offer to the world? What is it that you offer right now to your community, to your friends, to people in need? And then we come forward. So you're really folding from the hip, and you're bracing both feet into the mat. If you have to bend your leading knee, I rather see that than a strained back. Pause, looking at your right foot. And then if you can, you're going to go deeper. You're going to lower your head towards or to your right knee. It's okay if you have to bend the knee again, then do so. If you can keep it straight, great. Firm up your right thigh. Just firm it up. See that the quads are working for you. We're going to come up. We're going to do that again. This time we're going to drop the arms down. Look up. Same side. Engage your core. Push your feet into the mat. Lower. Now release your arms. And have fingertips or palms down or fists or your blocks. See what works. But I'm really trying to extend as best as I can and then lowering the head to the knee. Let's walk the hands to the outside right leg. Hamstrings talking to you, I'm sure. Breathe in. Stretch the left side of your body. Come back to center. Hands on to the low back. Let's switch. We're going to come forward. Right foot back. So remember that. You may even want to try it. Swing, 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 forward. Pelvis squared. Hands in the position that works best for you. And look up. And lengthen. Exhale. Engage your core so that protects your back. Engage the front of your legs so that protects your hamstrings. Lower. You could pause, or you could bring your head towards or to your knee. And breathe. Eyes are open. Come up. As you come up, lift, reach up, lift your heart center. Think of camel pose here, but it's very easy on the back, and you're going to come forward. And this time, you'll bring your hands down. And when you bring your hands down, you can feel that, your wrists are releasing, spine extended or head down. And then walk your hands to the outside left foot. And stretch the right side of your torso. Wonderful. Come back to center. Of course, we will have twists, and we'll be coming back to that, okay? Come forward and take your left foot back. So again, it's this forward, that same, movement we did with our hips. Bend your knee. Your back heel could be down, but you're really trying to square your pelvis, and you have warrior one. So you could start out, your hands are alongside your ears, and then you extend your arms up. Shoulders are down. You look straight ahead of you, look upward if you like, or also reach your arms back. And breathe. Some of you can, go a little deeper, so you're really bending your right knee. Then we have a twist. So left hand to the inside right foot, back heel comes up, and twist towards your right knee. And breathe. So you get into the outside hip. Breath in. Exhale. Good. Breath in. Exhale. I'm going to bring the right hand down, and let's swing the right foot up into the air. Swing the leg up high. Three-legged dog. Leg comes down. Shift your weight forward. You're in plank. Strong, strong plank. And then we're going to come part way down. Some of you will stay in plank. You could come onto your elbows, sphinx, or come part way down and then press up into upward facing dog. Knees up or knees down. Toes curled under or toes extended. Knees down, press back, child's pose, and breathe. Come forward, downward facing dog. Stretching, releasing your neck. By now, also able to take the stretch into your shoulders, and then we can walk or spring forward. As you're here, hands to elbows, stretching into your forward fold. Soften the knees, swing the arms out to the sides, palms touching, hands to heart, and second side. So your right leg can swing back, double track, warrior one, if possible, heels down, hands heart to heart. You could start out hands by ears, and then it's just a straight shot up with the arms. Drop the shoulders down, and breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale. We're going to release, and we have a twist. So your right hand is down, and it could be on a block. Back heel's coming up, and you're going to twist. Left arm up. Drop your pelvis down. See a 90-degree bend at your left knee, and turn. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Release. And we'll press back. Downward facing dog and stretch. Take a moment to lengthen. Let's swing the left leg up into the air. Just swing the leg up high. And then lower. From here, plank. And side plank. Left or right, we're going to do both sides. Doesn't matter which side you go to. You could always modify. You could be on your elbow or on your hand. See how this works for you? I'm going to extend legs and stack. There we go. And breathe. Some like to float the top leg up. Breathe in. Exhale. Nice. Do the other side. Being on the elbows is good one in case you don't want to be on your wrist. Second side. Reach up and breathe. Coming back, knees down. Press back, bring your hands this time back by your heels. Lower your head. So from the hands and knees we have crescent moon. So right foot is forward. Left knee down, you might need a little extra padding. And we're shifting forward. So you get into your hip flexor, and then we go back, flex your ankle, hamstring, which of course attaches weight, back to your sitting bone. And then this time ankle, knee in alignment, and bring the arms up, palms touch, look up, and breathe. Reach the arms back. Prayer balance. Elbow across knee. So when I come across, can there be a sense of intensity here? So back knee could be down, it could stay down or come up. And prayer balance pose. Now, some can go deeper. To go deeper, you extend your arm. It's on the outside. Left arm is on the outside, right leg, and you extend. Or not. We're going to add a little something more. If you can, again, you might need a little block here. You're going to step up, and maybe that's it. Maybe you look down, or you add another twist, revolved half moon. You could bend the knee, extend. Yep, all levels class. So you might just say, I'm going to just look down, see what works for you. Breath in, exhale. Oh, step back, come to standing, right leg down. Oh, yes, see, we are going to visit. We got a lot of twists here on one side. Hands are behind the back. How will this work for you? What did you do earlier? Reminded of the offering. What is it that we offer? Come forward. Lower. Lower your head towards your knee. Left hand down and twist. And breathe. Take a moment here. So if you want to keep your right hand on your low back, that's fine. Breathe in. Exhale. Breath in. We're moving slowly, but the poses are intense. Just an acknowledgement of that, and they can be modified, they can be intensified, right? So from here, we're coming out, we're going to press back, downward facing dog, stretch it out, lengthen, lengthen. Come forward to plank. Your choice, side plank or cobra, okay? Your choice. I'm going to do another side plank. I'm coming over and stretching. Breathe in and strengthening. Yep. If you're doing side plank, you're going to go the other direction. Shift and breathe. Lower, knees down. Let's all curl back into child's pose. Take a moment here. Breathe in. Exhale. From the hands and knees, or from downward facing dog, if you prefer. You're going to take your left foot forward. And here we are. We're going to shift the weight forward, and then shift the weight back. And again, shift your weight forward. It's like a stretch of crescent moon. Oh, hip flexors. And then back. Everything is sequential. Everything is helping you with that peak pose, revolved triangle. Let's swing the arms up. Have something under your right knee if that makes you more comfortable. Lift, arch back. And then from here, we twist. So again, an easier twist would be hand on back, you're turning, or maybe you're a little more upright. You could do prayer balance, knee up or knee down, and arms extending if you like. Right elbow across left knee, and breathe. From here, we're going to shift forward into revolved half moon. So what it might be for you is that your right hand is on a block and you're looking down, and that's enough. That doesn't have a twist. It works more core, hamstring, that's fine. Or you're adding the twist, left hand on back or left arm up into the air, and breathe. Release. Bring your right foot back. Let's go ahead and come up to standing. And it's Parsvottanasana pyramid. Clasp hands or find the hand position that works best for you. Look up, breathe, and then start to come forward. You could pause anywhere along the way or lower your head to your knee. using a block if that helps you, or none. Lengthen the spine, twist left, turn. Left hand could be on your back or left arm is up. Back heel anchored down, and breathe. Revolved triangle. Unwind. And then again, we're going to step back, downward facing dog. Think about like transitioning like a little turtle. Your transitions could be slow and thoughtful, right? Stretch. And so your body has a chance to, like recover from a pose, transition into another. And you could be in plank or upward facing dog. Knees up or knees down. And breathe. Knees are down. Bring your hands back by your heels. Lower your head. Make fists and breathe. So with the warmth that we, the intensity, right, that we cultivate, that we're like, you're fanning the flames. Hopefully these next poses are quite doable. So you went wide, we're sitting wide-legged. And we'll come forward. So, because there's some side bending coming up, right? So you're forward, your hands are pressing into the mat. Maybe you can drop elbows down or use a block. Your hands could be on a block. And breathe. And I know those poses are challenging. They're challenging for me. And yet there is something, it's a practice we come to again and again. Good work. Good work. Come on up. And side bend. So you're going over. And if you like, you could bend one knee, right? I'm keeping both legs straight. I'm coming over, left, right, doesn't matter. And extend and breathe. Oh, maybe the lower hand touches your foot. Maybe use a strap and breathe. Come on up and take it the other direction. Reach, inhale, exhale, come over. And stretch. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Come on out. Good. So what I would like to do, we're going to take the soles of the feet together. And you can support yourself from your hands behind or just reaching with your ankles. Instead of the back rounded, lengthen your spine. Lower your head, holding your feet, or you could slip your hands under your ankles and reach for your feet. Lower your head. We're going to keep your legs as they are. We're coming back. So if this ever bothers you, you could always bring one block under each side. Of course, you need 2 blocks for that. Hands are onto the belly. Breath in. Exhale. And again, breath in. And exhale. Interlace fingers, press palms up, and then up overhead. This time you're really thinking about creating space. The twists go inward, they squeeze, 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 and now there's like expansion. What does bridge feel like? Pressing your feet into the mat. Now the hip flexors are really open and the quads are pretty open. So what happens when you come up? Clasp hands, tuck shoulders underneath you, lift your pelvis and breathe. And then lower. And as you lower, we're coming to happy baby, reaching for your feet, outside feet, and have your feet wide and your low back. Really happy, I hope. Breathe in. Exhale. So choices here. I would think about a minute on each side where you're threading the needle or pigeon. Okay, you could stay on your back. Threading the needle might just be that much better for you. I mean, I don't know. Or you come up and your right knee is forward and you're in pigeon. So I'm starting the countdown right now to a minute on each side. Let's go ahead and switch. If you are on your back, very easy switch. If you're in downward, if you're in pigeon, you can go back to three-legged dog. You can reach the leg up into the air and then switch it out. Left knee forward. And what I'm hoping is whichever you've chosen, it's fairly doable today because your hip joints feel open, I hope. About a minute here. We are going to come out, and once again, we're going to be on our backs. So those of you on your backs, easy. You just extend your legs. Those of you from pigeon, extend your left leg up in the air, and then gradually make your way to sitting. So I had wanted to do a little breathing from sitting, but we're going to do this on our backs. Okay, so I'll come close to the camera, and I think I can just guide you along. And you may choose to simply lie on your backs and not worry about, having to think this through, or maybe you'll follow along. It's a form of nadi shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, but because you're on your back and because I just want us to relax, as you're lying there, you're just going to take your right thumb to your right nostril. And all I'm going to say is we're going to breathe in and out a few times through the left nostril. That's all. Notice how long it takes to inhale. Notice how long it takes to exhale. Your right thumb is just gently on the right nostril, closing off air passage to one nostril, so that all your breathing is done on the left side. The left side is called the Ida, I-D-A. And the Ida refers to the part of ourselves that is very calm. This taps into calming energy, receiving energy. Slowly release your right arm. Just make yourself very comfortable. So it's sort of the left side. Ida is related to the parasympathetic nervous system, to the sensory mind. Allow your entire body to relax. Your brain feels relaxed. Sense that you are strong, you are flexible, and ever improving in both of those. It's limitless where we can go on this yoga journey. It's sometimes it feels like uncharted territory when we meditate. We can go so deep, so deeply into the present moment. The breath, the pranayama, is just a vehicle to bring you to that deep place, to the doorway. You open the door, you step inside into this world, this realm of relaxation. Take another minute of silence. Feel yourself a part of this yoga community. It's a beautiful community. Just feel that you are in good company. Supported. I'm going to have you ever so slowly start to deepen your breath. And as you deepen your breath, you'll start to move your hands and your feet, and as gently as you can, you resurface. It's a resurfacing that happens. And then from here, I would have you roll to one side, make your way to sitting. And as you make your way to sitting, you could turn your cameras on if you choose to. You can definitely turn your audio on. It's nice.